Hello my friends, you can draw this in under 15 minutes. Yes, you heard me right. You can draw this in under 15 minutes with any digital equipment. So I'm using my iPad Air 4 and Apple Pencil 2nd Gen, and this is a Procreate software, but you can use any similar software or tools. So let's get into the video and you can draw along with me. So first thing is I'll keep this for a reference here. And I'll create a new layer, and I'm going to use a monoline brush which comes with the Procreate by default. So where it is, yeah. Once I get the brush, I will just create one circle. It doesn't have to be perfect because Procreate will do it for you. And once the circle is created, I'll snap it somewhere in the middle of the screen. So using the snapping tool, I can just snap it to somewhere in the middle of the screen. So you have to look for this cross lines. Once you get those lines, it will be in the middle of the screen. Then drop the color in and you will alpha lock this layer, and we will select this orange color, and we'll just create the circle a little below the half of the circle. We'll go to Gaussian blur and then blur this a bit. After this, I'll just create another layer. I'll create another layer and then I'll mark it as clipping mask. I'll select the purple shade and then somewhere on the top of the circle, I'll drop this color. Once it is there, then I'll go to Gaussian blur and blur it a bit. Again, you don't have to be very precise with the blurring. Whatever you like, it will create a new gradient. I'll create another layer, clipping mask, and take this dark purple color and create some swirly lines. You don't have to blur this. Then I'll create another layer and I'll go to the brush set by Art with Flow, FLO. I'll grab the Skyline brush. This is totally free, by the way. I'll link it down below. I'll just use some sky blue color and somewhere here, and I'll just drop this in. I'll just tap it on the screen and I'll mark it as clipping mask. Then you can shift it as per your liking. So I'm just shifting it a little below. So we can see the gradient behind. And then I'll go with the dark noise. This dark noise pen brush. And then I'll go a little darker on the color. I will alpha lock this layer and just create this gradient look. You don't have to be perfect, just a gradient which looks pleasing to the eyes. Once this is done, I'll go with the lighter shade, somewhere around there, and again use the dark noise brush to draw some highlights on the buildings. Something like that. Okay, then I'll again create a new layer. I will again clipping mask it, and then I'll just go with the monoline brush so that I can create this water effect. So I'll just create this line. Not anything perfect, just a wobbly line so that it can represent water. And then I don't like the shade. I'll just lighten it a bit. Probably we can change the color also. I'm happy with that. Then I'll create a new layer and I'll again go to the Skyline brush. Now we will create the buildings in front. So I took the dark shade, I have created it, and then I have marked that layer as clipping mask. I have flipped the building so that it won't be exactly similar to the buildings that we drew before. Somewhere where it looks good, I have kept it, and then I'll create another layer. Now in this case, I'll be creating the moon. So for the moon, I have just grabbed that orange shade, the peach shade, and I have created another circle. Drop that color in. Then I'll alpha lock it, and then I'll take a darker shade with the dark noise brush. Shade it a bit. Again, I'll go with the lighter shade and I'll lighten the upper left corner of this moon. You can see the texture is very good with this dark noise brush. And I'll grab a little lighter color and shade it. I'll create another layer, and now we will be creating these clouds. So I'll grab the monoline brush and I'll grab this light blue color. For now, we can change it later. And then I'll just start drawing this cloud-like shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, but yes, drop this color in, just clean the edges so it will look better, cleaner. I'll just lower the opacity of this, and this has to be in back of the building. Before that, I'll just change the color hue a little bit, to what I like. After this, I'll grab this and pull it down below the skyline. Then I'll create another layer, grab a lighter shade of the clouds, and I'll create another cloud-like shape. This is a similar process to what we have done with the first cloud. Then fill it in, clear the edges, then somewhere there, that looks good. Then lower the opacity a bit more, I will create another cloud here, just to show the depth a little bit in between those two clouds. Again, I'm changing the hue of this, the color a little bit, and I didn't like that, so I just grabbed the lighter shade of the building and just filled it in. Now, similarly, I will be creating the other two clouds as well with the same shades. So if you are really liking this video so far, then please subscribe to the channel. It will be really helpful for me. Thank you. Now I'll be creating another layer because I want to add some highlights to the building and the clouds so that it will look a little alive. So I'll create another layer. I'll grab this syrup brush because it has little variations in the line, and I will just mark the edges with white color. So my layer is on the screen mode. So we have normal blending modes. So it is on the screen layer so that it will pop out a bit. And then I'm just creating this lines with white color so that it will look like it is shining. On the moon also. Once that is done, I'll go to the skyline, the buildings, and I'll go with the water first. I'll just create these lines to give an illusion of water waves. So quickly I'll finish this. Once that is done, I'll go with the building, and just on the edges I will give this highlight, because what I'm looking for is that the light is coming from a single direction, which is like top left corner. So I will just give the highlights on the left side of the building, that too on the top. Now I will grab this darker shade. So we have to go for the background. I will just drop this darker shade in, then I'll drop this purple shade I'll go to Gaussian blur and blur it a bit. Keep in mind that this layer has to be at the bottom. Once that is done, I will just duplicate this layer so that we can have a depth, a little bit of depth in the circle, so it will create a shadow around the circle, a blackish shadow. I'll just Gaussian blur that shadow, and you can see it is creating a little depth so that it is not blending in with the background. Okay, then with the same technique we did for the moon, I'll be creating this small circles. So just create a circle, drop the color in, and make sure that all the colors are on different layers, because you have to shade it using alpha lock, so you don't want to throw in the other colors, other circle colors. So I'm just creating this orange dots on the same layer, then I'm creating another layer for other colors. Once that is done, I'm just marking it as alpha lock, and then I'm going to take this color, orange color, go to the color wheel and take a darker shade of it, use the dark noise brush and shade the bottom of the circle. Then I'll go with the lighter color and shade the top left of the circle. Same thing I'll do with all the circles, and that should do it. And there you go. This is what you have. If you want, you can keep on adding your details, you can keep on changing this, updating this, and you can also add those two clouds which are on the bottom of this circle if you want to, but I'll just keep it till here, and that is what I have. So post it on the Instagram if you are drawing this and tag me. I will leave my Insta ID in the description below. And if you want this color palette, right, so just comment down below, so I will sharing this with you. And if you want me to share this original image, I will share this on the drive, Google Drive. So just comment below, and see you next time. Bye bye.